How's it going, everyone? It is Andre Williams, and over here we talk stocks and we focus on one thing. Always protect your profits. And today we're going to be talking about CCIV that's going to be merging with Lucid Motors. You guys saw it pulled back today, and what did we talk about? What did we talk about? Many of you are disagreeing with me saying, nah, that's not going to happen. I really have nothing to say, but of course, we're going to jump into the agenda. If you're new to this channel, I just want to let you know we have timestamps down below inside the description. But if you are a shareholder or you're thinking about taking a position, I highly suggest you watch this full entire video. So the first thing we're going to be going over is a technical analysis. We're going to be taking a look at the price action. We're going to look at areas of support and as well as areas of resistance. We have been doing this for quite some time with CCIV stock, and as you can see with our predictions from our analysis, we are seeing the trend of where the price is going. And many of you have had the opportunity to take advantage of this action as well. And then secondly, we're going to be taking a look at the order flow distribution. We want to know, what is the institutional activity looking like? Where's the big money actually going? Are we seeing large scale orders? Well, we're about to find out. And then when all of that is done, we'll be jumping into the final thoughts and as well as some more key details. So let's get to it. So we're going to be doing a technical analysis for CCIV. Let's see how it performed on the day. So it ended up closing at $22.20, being down 2.59%. On the low, it tested $20.90, and then on the high, testing $22.66. When we take a look at the volume stats on the day, we could see we had 10.502 million shares that were traded. And as far as for the average volume over 10 trading days, it is around 9.834 million. Now, when we take a look at our chart here, I was telling you guys this on the CCIV video that I'll be looking to actually add to my position if it hits around the $20 range. And that's exactly what we ended up getting. Can it test back to this $20 level as far as for this week? Most definitely. We know we have the business combination that is coming up at the end of the week, so I'm expecting some more volatility. So we could see here it's definitely been on a bearish trend, and what we could see so far, it seems to be holding up some support here at this $22 level. But one thing to understand, we do have resistance. We ended up getting to $22.60 before being hit with some selling pressure. So taking everything into consideration, one thing we know clearly of, this is now the area of resistance for CCIV and where they need to pass. If they could pass this 266 level, let's just call it 270, then I'll be looking forward to seeing a move going to $23. And just for your information, we are using this 6-month 2-hour chart. Just want to make sure I put that out there for you guys. And I feel like at this $23 level, this is going to be another area of resistance, and it's also going to be a psychological level. So for anyone who is in this play, and if you're looking to get into long term, I'm going to keep with my stance. Be patient. You don't need to go in with a full or big position as of yet. It will visit the $20 range sometime this week. Again, there's no doubt in my mind about that. But even if it doesn't, continue to have that patience. Don't rush into the plays. If you really want to get into, make sure you just nibble a little bit, pick up some shares here and there and so forth. No reason to expose yourself to the volatility that could be coming ahead. I know many are actually bullish, saying that, this stock is going to be going to $30 by Friday or even sometime next week. Hey, if that happens, hey, that's great, because I do have some shares for the long term. But at the same time, I feel we need to be realistic here. Yes, the RSI is beaten up quite a bit, but we also got to take into consideration the market conditions. So unless the market conditions begin to start looking bullish, then of course maybe we can look forward to seeing some sort of a run up. But if not, and if it decides to trade sideways or if it decides to go downwards, I don't see CCIV being immune to this. Now let's take a look at the order flow distribution for CCIV. So we can see here on the inflow we have 41, and on the outflow we have 41. So it was an even day. So we had 0 on the large for both sides. We had 23 on the medium for inflow and 18 on the small. As far as for the outflow side, we had 24 on the medium, and we also had 18 on the small. When we take a look at the large scale orders in the last 5 days, you can see for July the 19th, we have 0. On the 16th and the 15th, they were big time outflow days, but we had an inflow day on the July the 14th and also had a 0 as far as large scale orders on July the 13th. So what does this mean? So what this all looks like to me, Of course, there's going to be a lot of volatility leading up to the business combination. So when the ticker symbol actually changes. So what we need to pay attention to is to see if those areas of support, like we spoke about inside the technical analysis, hold up. If they do not hold up, then of course we're going to see some volatility and some moves to the downside. So now let's jump into the final thoughts and go over even more details. So for my final thoughts for CCIV, I want you guys to be aware of the business combination that's going to be happening on Friday. And I'm going to continue to keep saying it and continue to make CCIV videos leading up to that. And the reason being is I want to make sure anyone who's whether wants to go medium or long on this particular stock, you have the right game plan going in. As far as what it's going to be looking like going into tomorrow, we could potentially look forward to seeing a run up, but we want to see those areas of support actually hold up. This is very key here. And I almost forgot, in regards to the short interest, when we last took a look at it, it was around 23%. So it'll be very interesting to see what the updated short interest will be later on in the evening. This is definitely going to be a key number for us to keep our eyes on. You can let me know inside the comment section what it ends up being, but of course I wanted to make sure I brought that across your radar. Another thing we need to understand as far as institutions are concerned, they are not going in with large scale orders. They did not do that today. So taking that into consideration, a lot of momentum that we could see going into tomorrow is going to be dependent on market conditions. So taking a look at how the market was when I saw it in after hours, we see some recovery. It was doing a lot better than it was earlier throughout the day. So if this continues, then we can look forward to seeing some momentum in CCIV for tomorrow. If we do not get that and the market decides to pull back, then of course we could see some more sell-offs. So those are three different factors that we need to take a look at, and now you should be prepared. As far as trading off of momentum, I am not touching this whatsoever, and I am not telling anyone inside of my private group to touch it either. But for anyone that is looking to go long, I would exercise some patience here because you want to make sure that you're getting in at a really good price. I told you guys it would be touching the $20 level, and it got into the 20s. So that was no surprise whatsoever either. And I did nibble a little bit, buying a few shares there for the medium and long term as well. And I'm going to be looking to add more even for the pullbacks. So this is one of the things that I want to make sure you guys are aware of. Many out there are telling you, well, this thing's going to go to 30, 40, 50, $60 and blah, 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 blah. You know what? If that ends up happening, that would be great because I am a shareholder. But at the same time, we need to be realistic here. When I put this channel together, my focus is to give you guys realistic analysis, taking a look at the stock and seeing what institutions are doing. We want to know where the big money is going. So in order for us to make sure that we're sticking to the strategy and the focus of this channel, we need to make sure that we do not ignore the numbers that are in front of us and put all of that bias and big dreams and hopes that maybe you got from other YouTube channels to the side. We need to be realistic. We need to be smart. We need to have a game plan. We need to have a strategy, and I look forward to see what happens for the rest of the week. Hope you guys enjoyed this video.